I've always been the type of guy who enjoys Borderlands, but the thing is, it's quite hard to discover the game because right around the time when the second installment came out, I was just sitting there playing some goddamn CSGO ripoff in Minecraft. But like any other kid, I eventually grew up from my phase, and long story short, a late night browse on social media led me to buy Borderlands 3. At that point, I didn't even consider the fact that the game might be a honking pile of garbage. The marketing team has already done a good job of getting me hooked, so there's no turning back. $60? Boom, down the drain, and it's not even my money. And so I wasn't expecting much when I bought it and played it for the first time. But I knew one thing's for sure, and that is it's gonna be a fucking hell of a ride. Okay, here we go. I've never played a Borderlands game before, and since Borderlands has its own universe spanning across a bundle of games, I'm actually quite worried about catching up to its story. But nevertheless, when I played the game, it was an enjoyable experience. The gameplay revolves around a simple gameplay loop where you loot shit, kill some bosses, do a couple of quests, farm legendaries, and repeat. It sounds simple, yet when you play the game, you'll start to know why you invest time in these menial sounding activities. And for me, I think that is the charm of Borderlands 3. It's gameplay. But if you're looking at Borderlands through a story perspective, yeah, that's... When I played the game, I didn't really pay much attention to the story in my first playthrough. I ended up finishing the game and said, I don't know, it was okay, I guess. But on my second time, right after I experienced Borderlands 2's story, I realized that it was quite disappointing. From my point of view, they had so much potential going into the third game, but somehow the end result just doesn't show. It's actually sad to see genuinely funny characters from the second game just go to waste like that, and I think a better word for it is underperform. And also, the villains too, which in my opinion just doesn't leave an everlasting impact compared to what Handsome Jack did. Okay, but don't get me wrong though. I'm not saying that the entirety of the story sucks top to bottom. There are some moments that stood out for me. In the case of Baylex, I think the reason why I gravitate towards him a lot when talking about better Borderlands 3 characters is because of its voice actor, Ice-T. He did a good job of giving life to the character. I think I can go as far to say that without him voicing it, it wouldn't garner the same success it got, so props to him. Also, another reason why I like Baylex so much is because his whole introduction and quest to the story is memorable, and who doesn't like memorable shit? The first time we meet him is inside a fucking T-Rex, and you don't fight a small lizard. You fight a giant, big-ass sized how do you say it?
Tyrannosaurus.
T-Rex. It's fucking big. And then when you kill the dinosaur, it dropped a teddy bear. Okay, I'm confused. Why is there a teddy bear right there? That teddy bear is Baylex, and he's an AI navigator for a spaceship that crashed years ago. The same spaceship where we have to retrieve a key fragment from. Also, a little side note here, we learned that he was put in a teddy bear by his crazy AI ex who took refuge in the remains of the ship. Oh yeah, they're both couples, but they broke up, and that's why the ship goes kaboom boom. Then you navigate the ship with Baylex looking for your key fragment. Then this bitch ass calls all the mating jabbers by fucking shouting the chants of the mating jabbers. So we gotta find the horny local faunus now. Then after some backstory that I don't want to spoil, so go ahead and play the game. Next thing you know, we shove Baylex in a fucking robot and he mistakenly hit the wrong button and flies away. But then we encounter his ex, but we can't defeat her because she's she's strong. And she got this big ass shield. So what do? If only Baylex comes here. And he fucking did. Baylex saves the day and we fight in this cool ass Pacific Rim battle. Except the robots are much more smaller now. And of course, we defeat her. But when you return to Sanctuary 3, the main hub of the game. It's basically the safe space of all the things. That bitch AI somehow hijacks your ship's defense system and drives you into an asteroid field. Suddenly all the good robots are in sicko mode. Then we butt plug Balex to the ship and he saves the day by dumping that crazy bitch to an external hard drive.
Ha! I shoved her ass in a hard drive and ejected the bitch. Pick her up, False Hunter.
Do you guys know when is the next time we're gonna find in Sanctuary 3? Never. This is the only time we gotta find on the ship, the game's main hub, the place where you should feel safe. And the game did a 180, which makes this quest more unique and different than the other quests. And I like it. I fucking love this quest, and I love Balex. Alright. So, do I recommend it? Short answer, yes. Long answer, depends. For all you guys who come in looking for a fantastical story experience, Borderlands 2 is far more fitting to your desires and expectations, so to say. It is arguably the best Borderlands game story-wise, with the downside of an out-of-date gameplay. It also has Handsome Jack in it, which is solely a good reason why you should dive right in. Even though Borderlands 3 has some sparks of great storytelling and creativity, I sort of think that if you care less about the story and want the trademark Borderlands gameplay, this game is the way to go. It is the best Borderlands gameplay wise than all the other games combined. Okay, enough with this review bullshit and video. Borderlands 3 came out almost 2 years ago. I don't even know why I'm talking about it, you know? And next year, Gearbox is going to release a Tiny Tina spin-off of Borderlands called Wonderlands. So you better get going, cause there's a lot you're fucking missing. Okay, so now that the video is out of the way, yeah, I'm just very sorry for the inconsistencies of uploads. I can't really think of a better reason, but to say that I'm lazy, I just can't find any ideas. But hey, if you're still watching me rambling, thank you so fucking much. Thank you, man. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.